Hello my lovelies and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome loves. I'm so glad you've joined me. Right, so today I thought I'll join in with my good friend Amy over CraftyCat. Hello my darling. I'll join in with a colour challenge again and do orange. Now I'm a bit behind because that was a week ago and now I think there's a different colour, but I ain't done orange yet, so I want to do orange because I found a lovely napkin that I like. I've got some gorgeous ribbon including this one. I'm not taking it off of here. I've just got some scissors through the post, and because my other fabric ones went blunt, although I'm not that keen on these. I have used them to cut and I don't think they're as sharp as normal fabric scissors, which the reviews on Amazon led me to believe that they was. So that leads me now to believe maybe they're sometimes a bit fake, you know, and they get their own people to put reviews on, because these scissors, yeah, they're all right, but they don't seem as like crisp, like chop chop. I can't explain it, but you know what I mean with fabric scissors. I did get as well this tiny little pair of embroidery scissors just for thread and that, because they was cute. So I did that, and then because other people sometimes borrow your scissors and everything, I've tied a big bow and I glued it with Fabri-Tac so that it will stay on there and there'll be no mistaking. You can't pick these up and not see that. I did think at first, oh, I'll tie a bit of thread, but then I thought someone will say, oh no, I didn't see that, it was hanging down the bottom, I couldn't see it. So I thought I'm going to put a big banging bow right in the middle like that, and can't miss that. Right, so that being said, let's crack on. I'm doing Amy's colour challenge orange. That, yeah, was about a week ago when she done that one. I've only done the green one so far, so I thought I'll make something using some paper from Edith Holden books, because I was watching my other friend Dawn. Hello Dawn, my love. I was watching her over the Book Vandal shop, that Dawn, and she'd made something or other, and one of the pages, or in the background, I saw the Edith Holden writing on a bit of something that she'd made up. My mind's gone blank, I can't remember what, and straight away I was like, oh, I love that, because when I've used it before on different things, I just really love, especially when she writes really little like this, you know. And so I saw Dawn had used some Edith Holden the other day, and it's sort of that was kind of my inspiration. So thank you Dawn for inspiring me. And so I just grabbed some loose pages where the writing is quite little, like I like. And I've got a lovely big napkin with big orange flowers on, and I thought I would make a bookmark and bookmark holder out of these old pages. So I just want to trim off the raggedy edges, and then I'm going to also trim off the top bits where there's the month. I don't want that, but other than that I want to try and use these to make a bookmark and holder, and maybe like we'll layer it up, bit of this, bit of that, bit of this, bit of that, you know. So that's what I'm thinking. So that being said, so you know where we're going with this, because like I've got bits like this, you see, where I've already used it for other things, but that's no dramas, because we might want little bits and that as we go along with our layers. So let me get rid of the January and then we can crack on. So I hope everybody is well and that everybody is safe. It's a crazy old time out there, and yeah, we're just reminded of it in everything we try and do and all of that. Right. I'm gonna put my napkin, do my bit on here, and then, yeah, because this I think I want as the holder for my bookmark. So before I was going to trim that off, but that will be like that, so you won't see it. So I'm going to get some of this napkin onto that before I do anything else. So yeah, I went out today and I saw some pictures on the internet of the town that's not far from where I live, and quite a big town, and it was deserted like the scene from an apocalypse movie. So I thought, oh, we're going to town and I can get the bits that I needed to get, and I can post the thing I wanted to post. Oh my word, seriously, we got up there and I'm not even exaggerating, the queues were so long. Queue to the supermarket, no exaggeration at all, was about half a mile long. Seriously, I'm not. And you know, you think, I couldn't get on that end of that queue, I'd lose the will to live. It was just way too long. So yeah, turned around and came home. Right, so what I'm thinking I would like is maybe like big flower like this, but then covering some of it, but then like in a raggedy edged kind of way, so that the rest, like there's some of just the bare page exposed. So I'm trying to see what kind of flowers would, see this great big one, massive, is adorable, but once the thing's folded round, I don't know whether you'll see or I'll see enough of it how I would like. So I'm thinking maybe this one, let's come up there and maybe come down this way, so that, yeah, I can have that going that way. I think that's a plan, because I'm going to want to do the bookmark in a similar way. Right. Let's get rid of this. And yeah, I think that will look lovely. Right, let's fold first. And so yeah, the town was just craziness, it seriously was. So yeah, came home, weren't having none of that. Right, so that will look like that. That's quite nice. But I want to bring it up a bit. And I've got to take some off of this length, because I don't want it that long. So let's cut a bit off there. About that long, probably. About that long. Keep that because I really love it. And I'm thinking I want to come in, so I'm going to get my envelope punch board and right, so I've got my envelope punch board and I've got my folds. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to line the crease up with that notch there, just so it's pointing onto the crease, and punch there, and then I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing. and then I can cut that heel that we've got in the middle. If I can cut that off like that, then now our little pocket has got like a little bit at the top there, which is nice. So we've got that. I'll put that back down now. And my flower, I want to go like that, and I'm just gonna lose a few more bits from around the edges. Right, sorry, one of my boys was just coming in, so I've took that little bit off. I'll just take a couple more bits off. And right, I think before I put them on, I'm going to ink all around, and then, oh, and I've got to make my bottom bit, haven't I? So, where's my scoreboard? Right, I'm just gonna do a little lip, score it. It don't have to be big at all. And then I can cut off that bit and that bit and just miter the middle bit, and then that'll be good to make our bottom. Right, so I'm just going to cut along that score and then in just a tad. And I'm going to do the same the other side, just so our bookmark don't fall out the bottom. And yeah, we'll ink all round first, and I probably will ink again afterwards, but I'm just thinking I'll like it better if the ink is darker, because it's underneath as well. And then we can work on our bookmark that's going to go inside, and maybe like some more layers to the outside. We don't just want this. I want to do a few more layers of different, like maybe a bit more of this and then something on that, you know, I don't know, we'll work it out as we go along. So I'm going to open it out like that, grab this and position it wherever I want it, which is there, so I can just lose that bit off the bottom and grab a brush and a knot pod, and we're good to go, apart from something to lean on. That's better. Right. So I've just topped this up with some more glue and water because it was empty again. Right. And we want it there like that. Right. Right, and now just gently and once again you can hear Lion King in the background because it's bedtime, and yeah, they're staying in my living room, I've mentioned before, 2 years while we ride this out. They were staying when we went into lockdown, and so they ain't gone home. And so yeah, trying to put them to bed is different to like being at their own house where they would just go to bed. So yeah, we have Lion King pretty much every night. That's the one at the minute that gets them off to sleep. Right, I'm just going to dry this with my heat tool because otherwise we've got to wait and it'll be too long. So I'll be right back. Right, so it's dry. and I'm just sanding it. There's a few wrinkles that I wasn't expecting, but that's okay because I'm giving it a sand before I ink again, and then that'll give it a nice smooth kind of seamless finish. Well, it should do. And so yeah, I was telling you, the shops were absolutely crazy. I think the picture that someone it was a local news website that I was on. The pictures that was on there, I think was taken at like 6 o'clock in the morning one day, because when you actually go there, it's horrendous. It's nothing like what it looked like on there. So yeah, I came back. My poor son, bless him, he had to queue for quite a while for my medication. But yeah, there was no way I was going to survive a queue that long. Never. Right. Oh, I really like that. I really do. I need to get in here. A bit more. I just need to give that another little trim. Right, and now we can ink again before I decide what I want to actually do next. So yeah, if you can, just order your shopping online, because them big long queues, they're just horrendous. I really did feel sorry for the people. The people that was in that queue must have really needed stuff. We went out because we thought, oh, we're low on stuff in the fridge, whatnot. I've still got freezers and cupboards like that are well stocked. But yeah, we went out because we was thinking, oh, we need some stuff in the fridge and like some fresh things and snacks and whatnot. Yeah, no. No, we came home. They wasn't essential, and them poor people in that queue, they must have needed stuff that they couldn't get elsewhere, you know. So I really did feel for them. Right, I love that so far. Yeah, I just want it a bit darker and a little bit on here where there would have been white on the napkin. I just want that all a bit darker, like that. Right, I'm really happy with that so far. So I'm going to stick that bit down. And just a bit under there. Oh, and a bit on here. A little bit more under there. Right, so that's the beginnings of our bookmark holder. Now I can see how big I want my bookmark. Right, let's say about, I can't find my pencil. I might have done if I'd actually looked a bit harder, but I'm just marking it like that. That's fine. I'm going to cut that. And let's see. Yeah, that will fit nicely, even once it's got a few layers on, I think. and I don't want it coming up loads out of the thing, so probably about there. Yeah, that'll probably be fine. Obviously it'll be that way up. And although I might cut that a bit smaller and use it as my layers, because I don't want that gap. I want it all to be right in. Yeah, so I can come right up close to that edge and cut like that. I prefer that than having that edge there, you see. So I will use this as one of our layers in a minute. And I went about there for the height. Yep, that is our base, and the other kind of like, I think I might take another little bit more off of the height. I didn't want it coming up that much. Let's see. Yep, that is perfect, I think. Right, and I want to round the corners at the top. I'm not sure about the bottom. I think I'm going to leave the bottom flat and ink all around and see how this looks. Right, so that's all linked around, and before I do anything else, I'm going to put me a flower or two on this. So that one's really nice. Or I have that one, but like I said, that is very big, but it is very lovely as well. So yeah, I'll save that one for in a minute. And I'm just gonna, I'll scoot that over, just gonna try and get this flower, get rid of some of that as well, and that bit. This is a lovely napkin, it really is, and I fancy that on there, like that. I think that's adorable, exactly how I want it. Will I get it exactly how I want it? I don't know, but let's give it a shot. Oh, and yeah, I don't know why, but I just have a thing for, I do like seeing napkins on top of like book page of some sort. It don't matter whether, like, what kind of book page it is, as long as there's writing, I think it looks really cool. But yeah, with the Edith Holden's handwriting, I just think it just captures just something special. There's something about it. And like I said, I was watching Dawn the other day, and yeah, I thought, oh, I haven't used that for a while, and I love that. So yeah, I was thinking, I had a different project to finish, which I did, and so yeah, then I thought, oh, I can do Amy's thing and use the little bit that where Dawn inspired me, all in the same thing. So that's why we're at where we're at. Right, I'm just going to put this over to one side and I'll give it a dry in a minute, but I think we're going to go back to working on this for a sec, so I can just leave it for a minute. Right, so like I said, I wanted like a couple of layers on that. I don't want to lose a lot of this, so I don't want to hide it, but a little bit can be hidden, because I fancy, I've got like a few offcuts of this decent paper, or thin card, whatever you want to call it, and I thought I could maybe create some layers using little offcuts of bits and bobs like this. So let's see how it turns out. Now I want to round the corners again. And yeah, I love when like watching other people and that, and the ideas and the things where you think, oh, I could use that, like, but sometimes in the same way or sometimes a different way. I'm loving at the minute Dawn's series where she's Feature Friday. I'm loving it. This week I'm behind. I only watched last week's to this morning, I think it was, which we're now on Friday again. So I'm a little bit behind in the times, but yeah, I'm just loving that. Right, so what I was thinking was, if I come over more to the very edge, or just in from the edge, maybe that, like that, as a plate, but then on top of that, a bit smaller of this with some of the napkin on. So let's see where I would have to come in. Back there, probably. I just gave it a squeeze with my fingernail. Let's see. Possibly. I might need to take a sliver more off. I'm not too sure. I'm going to lose the top and see where I'd have to be at the bottom. And right, this might be okay, it might be a little bit too wide, I'm not sure yet, because yeah, oh, it might be alright. Like, I wanted it sitting on top of there. No, I'm thinking I need a sliver more lost off of the side. Right. Oh, that's better. I think the first one might have been a bit wonky, actually. Right. And that corner didn't round as good as I wanted it to. That's it. Right, so now if that sits on there, yeah, I like that. So I'm gonna ink around the edge. And yeah, I've got inspiration. The bookmark, I was inspired by, I need to check because I don't want to get her name wrong. Right, so what I had to go and check was that, not this bit yet, but in a minute I'm going to do something that was inspired by one of the videos I watched Dawn do on her Feature Friday, and it was something that Sharon at Mad Paper Crush did. And she did this thing where she had these like journaling cards, and there was a brad holding it, and it opens out. And I thought I can adapt that little trick thing, like skill, technique, whatever you want to call it, that I saw Dawn showing, that was some of Sharon's ideas. And then I've gone over as well and subscribed and been watching Sharon myself and think she's fabulous. And I thought I can adapt that little idea onto a bookmark, because then the bit that opens out is where you sort of record what page you're on and things like that. I know that's the whole point of a bookmark and that, but sometimes, like, I take books with me when I go out so that I'll read them on the bus, or when I'm going over to Jamie's, Lots of different things, you know. I always like to have a book with me because I'm an avid reader, and I prefer it. I've tried a Kindle or doing it on my phone, and I can't. I like a book. I like the pages. I like that feel. I'm old-fashioned. I know I'm behind the times. I can't help it. I just love that. The library was like my church when I was a child. It was my place. My dad introduced me to books. It was our thing. We did every week. My mum and my sister, not so much. They weren't into reading at all, you know. My dad was an avid reader, and so was I from really, really young. It was one of the best skills, or one of the things I was most proud of, like at little school, like when you're in infants and that I was always top of the class of reading. But it was because I was encouraged so much by my dad, and we went every week without fail to the library to swap our books and that. And yeah, I just can't get on with ebooks at all, you know. I prefer the paper. But yeah, sometimes the page, like the bookmark, falls out if I fall asleep with it while I'm reading it, or things like that. So I thought I could use that little slidey out thing, and then there's places to write underneath. Or you can just write down the books you've read. Like if you want to remember by the end of the year all the books you've read in 2020, you can just write each one in a little hidden bit. It can be like a annual bookmark sort of thing, you know, that you do every, I think it'll be something that I do at the beginning of every year, and then record every book that I've written, you know, just for the fun of it really, because books for me are fun. But yeah, I'm a bit of a nerd, I know, but that's what I like. Right, so I've got to dry this off because I've already got something drying and we're not going to get nowhere. Right, so this is dry, so I'm just going to trim around the edges and then ink again, and then I can attach this to the plain like plate behind. I might even use some brads on this actually. I think that might look pretty cool. And so let's see. I need to get around these corners a bit better. And I want to give it a sand and then an ink. Oh, there's a great big bit on the bottom. How did I miss that? Right. And don't you just love, like, seeing the writing through the napkin? I just think it's adorable. I love that, like, style or technique or whatever you want to call it, again. I never seem to know the right words, but I know what I mean. In my head. In my own little head. No one else knows. No one else got a clue what I'm talking about, probably, half the time. What with the different terms that you use around the world and different sort of accents and things like that, I know I have had some feedback of people struggling with mine, and I do try and talk more proper on camera, but yeah, I do apologise if you do struggle knowing what I'm on about. Right, I love that. And I've made it look a bit darker just so, I just want it, yeah, I just wanted it like that. Now, if I'm going to put the brads on, I'll have to put them right on the corners. Yeah, I think I am going to do that. I'm going to glue this down first and then poke some holes and put some brads on the corners, just so they're overlapping from this onto this. But yeah, I just have a feeling that that's what I want. Right. Right. And I will just grab those brads. There. And, oh, I think I've got some little ones which will be perfect. Yeah, I have. Right, 1, 2, 4. Right, but I think for the bookmark itself, I'll probably want big ones. See if I've got any in the same kind of goldy colour. I've got, these are more brass. I might have to use the little ones. Although I'm sure it'll be fine. That's not too different from that when it's not right next to each other. So I'm sure it'll be fine to use one of the bigger ones. Right, and obviously because I've stuck this down, it's not going right through, but I probably wouldn't have done that anyway, or if I did, I would have had to have stuck washi over the top, so I wouldn't want it catching. But with these, I can just push them down one way so that they're not poking out. So I think I'll have more success if I use my pokey tool first. Where's that? Oh. There is. Because, yeah, then I'll stand less chance of putting it in the wrong place. So just right at the very, very edges. Right there. And, let's see, there. Oh, I'll be better off not poking it into my finger. And at the bottom. There. And there. It just gives it a little start, don't it? Right. Make it a little bit easier to get the thing through. Hang on, I need to make a bigger hole than that. Oh! Right. And yeah, I'll just push them down one way because we're going to glue that down. So they're not going to go nowhere. But yeah, then we won't have nothing poking out the sides. Right, I'll get that in there. Doesn't that look cute? Oh, well, I think it does. I think it looks super cute. So, I think this would be a nice little gift for, like, your reader friends and that, which is what I started off thinking for a friend of mine. But, yeah, I'm also, since I've been doing it, I've been saying, oh, what I'm going to use it for. So, clearly, I want one for myself as well, because I just think it's, it will be cool to have that little hidden place. What am I doing? That little hidden place to sort of either, like I said, your page, writing what page you're on, or just what books you've read on that kind of hinge pivot thing that I was inspired from watching Dawn talk about Sharon. Yeah, I think I've got it right. Right. And yeah, placing that there, then we still see most of this, but we've just got a little bit of contrast with the lightness and then the dark again. So I want a good amount of glue so that nothing can move anywhere. Oh, I apologise for my phone. Right, that's way too much glue, but I just wanted it to be super secure. And yeah, thank you to Amy as well for choosing the colour orange last week. I know I'm only just getting round to it, but I should be on a new colour, I think. I think she's done red yesterday or the other day, I'm not sure. I'm so behind. I've been trying to watch as many people as possible, but then trying to work as much as possible, you know. So, yeah, it's, I just want to make some areas a little bit darker. And in there, a bit. Right. I'm happy with that. Now we can start get cracking a bit more on our bookmark, I might have a bit of ribbon or something going round the two things at the bottom. Let's see. I did grab out my orange and reds just so that... See, this was gifted to me by my lovely friend Zakia. Hello, my darling, if you're watching. It is beautiful. It's so soft. That's what I've tied on my scissors. But I don't know whether that's a bit too big for this. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous orange. Oh, look. I'll try and keep them organised on little shapes. But, yeah, because I can't stand it when they all get in a knot. This might work, and that is what do you call it, what's the word when it's like that, when it stays like that? I can't remember the word. It's when it's got wire in it. Wired. Wired ribbon, that's what it's called when it's got the wire in. What a donut. What am I like? Clearly lockdown is affecting my mind. Or either that, or I was always a lunatic. That's probably more like it. Right, I'm just having a little practice. I don't know whether this is going to be a thing or whether I'm going to decide against it. So clearly it would look better than this, but just to get an idea, get that out of the way. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Right, I'll pop that back and grab our bookmark. Right, so my bookmark is dry. Oh, is it? If it don't sound well, if there's any movement, it's not dry. That should be alright. Oh. And, right. And I want to get a bit of ink on all the white bits. Oh, and everywhere really. Let's go round again. And, right, let's see. Because clearly it's all a bit flimsy. We don't want that as a bookmark. Right. We want it to be lovely. So, where's my bits of off-the-cut stuff? Right. I've got this bit over here. And I've got another bit the exact same size somewhere, which I need to grab because we want to make our back and then we want to make our hinge. Now perfect, the other bit I have wasn't the exact same size, it's a bit thinner, which we could use for our back bit. So seeing as we're going to be seeing the back, or parts of it as well, I've got to get that bit of random napkin that was over there, get that off. And then we need to ink. It has been inked, as you can see. But we have a bit more. That looks probably the perfect width. Where we need to come down to, roughly there. And we want to round our corners. So we'll take them off. And cut this off. And I know I see a lot of people that would just think, oh, I've got to cut there and eyeball that. Yeah, nah, not me. Not me, love. Seriously. If I tried to eyeball that, it would be all over the place. I am ridiculously bad at doing that. But that's why we have cutters, isn't it? for the ridiculously bad, like me. Yeah, I don't want to take any chances. I've took them chances in the past, and yeah, been horrendous. So yeah, now no chances, Ali. That's me. Right, so this is what I had envisaged. So sticking that like that, and then we're going to make a back bit that comes out on a little brad hinge. So let's get this stuck down, and then I can decide what or how we're having something coming out. So there will be room on here. On that goes the brads. Right. So there'll be room, like I was gonna say before the brads interrupted me, on there to write. And also, whatever's hinged out, you can flip it over and then there'll be room there to write as well. Because I read a lot of books. I really, really do. And yeah, some people are like me, but yeah, I really read a lot of books. Sometimes I'm reading 2 books on the go. One be my bedtime book, and another book that I'm really fascinated in, that I don't want to fall asleep reading, because I want it to stay in my brain. Right, I rescued the brads. It was the one time, wasn't it? Of course it was. It was the one time when I hadn't folded them over and put the bit on, and then I knocked them absolutely flying. So yeah, that's me. That's what my life is. Right, so I need to take a sliver off this, and I want it the exact same size as our bookmark. So I'll mark there. Take that bit off, and then take a sliver off of the side. So that, let's see how much our sliver is. About that much, right. It don't matter even if it's slightly smaller, but I don't think it will be. I might as well keep that there because I need a bit of this. Right. So we want to get rid of the top bit and of the side, and this has got to be a bit littler, so pen, right, let's flip it over onto the wrong side so that I can tell where I want it, right there and there. Right, so there. Have I chopped off the bit where I marked? No, I think that's where it was. Let's see. Yep, perfect. Right, we're getting there. We are getting there. I'm going to ink around these. I'm going to round the tops, ink around them, and I'll be right back. Right, we've done that. We need a final flower like that to go on this back piece. And I'm gonna stick that on, dry it off, and then we'll put it together. Look, just a final flower like that is lovely. So I've no need to soak the whole thing because it's really just in the middle. Get the flower back there. There we are. That shouldn't take a minute to get dried. Right, here we are now. We're on the home straight. just getting some ink on our white bits that I ain't keen on. And then, let's see, we've got our bit there. There's our other bit. And so when that's all together, it'll open out, and we've got all of that and all of that to write our books on, because, like I said, I do a lot of reading. I'd fill up that bit. So it's better to have too much room than not enough. Or you could just do it as like a bookmark that you're making, say like for your friend, instead of a card, and write like a little message inside. A little poem, or like a little few kind words, and that, I think something like that would be nice. So I want it like that. Right. Yeah, it needs a bit more glue under there, because that will bug me. Cool. That's it. And then, what was I thinking? Oh, I know I want it all together like that. I want that to be the front and that to be the back. So I want our brad in there, and it's got to go in here like this. But I want something like dangling or bow or something like that. Right. If I was to punch a hole there and there, I could still have the brad working as the hinge, but I could also threadle something through. Yeah, I think that's the way forward for us. Right. Okay, so this is our front. So I want to go there. How far have I come in? There. And I'm gonna put an eyelet in both of them holes. I want gold ones. And then I can threadle something through. And I really love the colours on here. So thank you, Amy, for setting this week's colour challenge at orange, because yeah, I really like it. They're a bit wonky. One's higher than the other one, but there's going to be a thing. Oh, they're a lot wonky. Now I'm looking at it like that. Good job that there's going to be ribbon going through there and tied, so you're not going to really notice it. Right. How much am I going to need? Yeah, about there. Right, let's neaten up that bit there. And I also wanted a charm. I'm going to tie that in a bow, but I wanted some sort of little bit dangling down. I've got some chain here. I'm going to see if I've got a couple of like gold charms, or maybe one. And I've changed my mind against a charm, and I'm going with this gorgeous sunflower. So that's easier. Right, let's get our bow nice. I might have gone a bit short on the bow. Might need to cut another bit. Let's see. Oh, no, we might be alright. I pulled that bit through. I might need a bit longer. I thought that would have been plenty long enough, but it doesn't seem to be. It's no dramas. I'll just put that back on this. Right, I'm going to feather it through and not cut it off this time until I know what size bow I want. I shouldn't need it that long. Come on. Right. Right. Oh, something's just gone. Maybe I do need it a bit longer than that. Right, sorry, this isn't very exciting at all. Me concentrating on trying to tie a bow, and I know I don't tie them how everyone else ties them. I can't do that. I did learn how to do bows, but I can only ever do it the simpleton's way. But other people do it a lot more fancy and can do it really quickly. I can't. It's one of, I told you, I was really good at reading. I weren't good at tying bows. We're not good at everything, are we? So, yeah, that is much more like it. I still want to see my flower, and then I thought in the middle of our bow, I really like that, so I'm just going to wrap that round and tuck that under. Right. Get it in. I don't want that on show. I'll probably cut that shorter in a sec, that stalk that our sunflower is on. I just want to get it. Oh, it's come off. Right. That's annoying. I have got others. Let's see though. Oh, I could just stick this back in and make sure it stays in with a bit of Fabri-Tac. Get that there first. And then stick that in the hole along with some glue. Really? That's not going to work. Right, when I've got the time and the patience, I'll reattach that other stalk to the thingy, the sunflower. But yeah, at the minute I haven't got the patience or the time, because I'm in the middle of a video, to be playing around with a silly sunflower that's come off its stalk. So I'll just do this one for now, and I'll salvage the other one after. Right, I do like that. Right, I love sunflowers, and that goes really well with the orange. Right, now we want our other bit of our bookmark, and they're going to be attached by a brad there. Yeah. Right, where are they? Here they are. I think I've got one out already, but I don't know what I've done with it. So, yeah, we wanted one of them. And although it would be, I would have put it on the front, like with the nice bit at the front. Not going to see the front because of the nice big bow, so I'm going to go through from back to front instead. Right, and I'm going to do it this side. Right, so I need to make a quick hole so I know what I'm doing or where I'm going with the brad. Oh, and go through. And so that's our back, because that's what you're going to see. You're not really going to see the front because it's going to be behind my flower, and I'm going to, not flower, behind my bow, and I'm going to smush that down with a bit of glue in a minute so that the brad is completely hidden, but it's our little hinge. So thank you very, very much, Amy, for setting the colour challenge to orange, because I've really had fun with this. Thank you to Dawn for bringing Sharon to my attention. Thank you, Sharon, for inspiring me to do this hinge business here. I think it's really fun, and especially for a bookmark, when like you read as much as I do, I just think it would be really fun to look back at what I read, and that for future posterity. So thanks very much if you've joined me. I hope that you're all safe and well, and that life isn't too disrupted for you where you are. And yeah, I love you all loads. I'll see you very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.